Okay, let's do some mapping. Right. So, I want to try and finish these fields, in this roadway. So we need this on. Another cool tip you can do with the terrain decals. Okay. So, we've obviously got all this as trees. We've also got the river then down here. So let's get rid of these bits. Alright. So we've got the river that we need to add in at some point. We'll do this here first, so we can follow on. I don't need this on now. Turn this off. Just carry on. We tend to like lay it all out in one big stretch, and then once I'm happy, just carry on. So just keep shifting along until I do something like this, and I don't know what I've done. Reload. I don't know what I've actually done. Try again. I'll do that. Exit out of it then. Try again. Oh, great start. Not. No. Right. Is it unlucky? Yeah. Don't know what I actually did then at all. Let's just start adding this on. What I tend to do is just place them all out randomly first, as we need them. Um, then I can put them down, hug it, and individually in one head straight after. So now we come to here, twist it for this one, drag forward. In case some of you are wondering how I move, I'm holding right down on the mouse button to look around, and then using WASD to be able to move around then easier. So move this one on, rotate it again. There we go. So placed all these obviously. Now we can go through and set them back down against the terrain as needed. I tend to try and place it on the ridges. You have to be careful with these because they're quite big. They're quite tall. Yeah, and as you can see, when you're not in Blender, it's quite hard to line things up correctly straight away. So, oh, that's new. Didn't let you do that before. So when you select these now, move it all in one. That'll make it easier. Again. Oh, heck. Where am I at with that? Way out. Yeah, I will do. You have a look here. I've already made some for this one. Shut all this off. Make it easier. I'll show it straight away then. Bum, 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 bum. Right. So I've got 3 of them made so far, which are the ones that go on the side of the river, and then they go on to make this sound like the mountain in the background. So when you're on the farm, nice big mountains. Yeah, all they are is just they're all done individually to add in, but still trying to work out the right way to do it with Blender first, just to be entirely sure what I'm doing. I don't want to mess it up and waste people's time. Right, what are we doing wrong here? That is just completely wrong. Right. On 4 as well. Looks horrendous. Right. Keep going. Right. This way I can bring back. I haven't lined any of these up. I'm being clever. Not. Thanks, bud. The ones you can do with Houdini. I've been shown how to do it, and they are miles better than what you can do with Blender. Yeah, I suppose not too bad. Obviously texture them, because with Houdini you can keep the definitions, but here you can't actually do anything. Give me a second then. How's that? Yeah, you got a gap here and along the side where it doesn't quite follow we want it to. Decimating and remeshing, but you win some, you lose some, don't you? Let's head back up here. The weight files, I haven't delved into them yet. I don't know if they've changed them compared to FS22. It might be similar, but the main way I look with, like say, let's go into the map file actually. I'll show you. So when you're in your weight files here, I tend to leave these. I don't touch these. But with your density map ground, when you open it up, it tends to go off your terrain detail. But yeah, so this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And when you run your color scale, 01 would be a subtle tillage, which is your cultivating. Then you cultivate, your seed bed, you plough, and then you can manipulate it. What have I done? Ooh. And then you can manipulate it in to be what you want it to be. So say for it to be grass, you'd then have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 is what you'd actually set that patch of grass to in the editor. Right, there is one way you can do it because there's procedural placement. So no idea. There's a way to do it, but I don't know yet. This is all completely new to me. So this is something I'll have to work out going forward, or have a chat with other people for to work it out. The same as, swear there's the field ones here somewhere. I swear there was. There's supposed to be like a field helper or something, but yeah, the field toolkit where you can create a field which would give you the field and the gameplay in here, and then obviously your points in there. Then you could move to make your field. So I'll have to try and work around with that. So when you fix the points on your fields then to make them in, you can then repaint the fields, repaint what I've done into what they give you. Then you can get the field sizes and all. Okay. Something I'll have to delve into at some point. Not yet, because I got a few more bits I want to try and sort out with it first before getting to a stage like that. Right. Probably should have lined these up originally. It would have saved me a massive hassle of doing these now. Okay. I'd assume so. Assume it's just like, say, let's bring field number 1. Let's just bring it over here. And like, say, we put the indicator in the middle here. And we go control B up there. 2. And you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got all your polygon points there. Let's go to script, shared map, farmland fields toolkit. So I'm assuming if we select this one, I can align the polygon points to thing. And this one's so they're all aligned. We can repaint this field. We can also repaint it, and then we can also validate it to make a field. To be honest, I don't actually know how we can change this to be grass. I will be honest. Again, I'm not too sure you can. You might have to just leave it like this, because you might not need to repaint it. Because by repainting it, you're turning it into what you don't want to be. So I'd say, just honestly come in here then and just change all this to grass. So the field of grass as grass. And then you can go into your grass, onto harvest ready, and then just paint it in. And I'd assume it's as simple as that to get it to work properly. I'd like to imagine so anyway. Right, if I validate the selected one, and then update the field, and then, yeah, I think it's that easy. And that's your field done. That's field number 1 done. Don't quote me on it. I haven't really tried it. I'm just guessing as I'm going along. I think that's what 99% of it is at the start of a new engine. I think it would, because you're not putting down. It'll be classed as a field, just you're not putting the farmland down as cultivated. So, I think. Right, where are we? I could be on the start lining these up. I probably should have done this going ahead because this is the pain. side. So the tip that I have got shared anyway and wanted to is to help is you can now hug your satellite map to your terrain, so making them a lot easier. So you can see exactly where you need to put everything then. Gateway I was wanting to see if I could see, but I can't seem to see one. I think they're all on this road. Like a little dirt track road there. This one just comes up here. Might be one here actually. Thinking about it, you can see it coming up. Yeah, well, we can have a go. I don't tend to keep it on, mind. I tend to take it off just to be on the safe side. Alright. You can usually tell with this sort of height map then. Ooh, that looks dodgy. The height differences of some of them. Ooh, need to be careful I don't do that. Save me moving all of them. Yeah, I had it already planned to go in one before Olu even put it up. But I just haven't got around to editing anything. It's supposed to come out the same day as first one. Like this terrain is all from Ola's fucking PNG tool. Which you have to be a patron for to be able to get, unfortunately. I think he would love to just give it out, but obviously he spent time doing them. There is a converter like for GeoTIFF to PNG, which keeps a 16-bit, which Ola's made himself. That worked quite good. Right. So with my map, I'm going to keep these hedgerows bottoms in, just because it does make out what foliage is in real life on the same bits. Like obviously this is a field then that we can't touch. That's going to be blocked off. These they're accessible, I'd say, but not really usable. So again, just keep copying these over. Go in from there. I don't know if there's something. This is where map making gets very interesting. You need to keep going back and forth and doing it over and over. And obviously save. That's one of my biggest tips. Save. Because the last thing you want is to do a pile of work and then you go to duplicate one of these. And then it just crashes the engine and you lose all your progress. I'd be absolutely mortified. Right, this might be a bit easier this time because it would be quite an interesting thing to have in. Alright. This is like the tedious bit of doing everything, but this is where you find peace in doing everything and slowly plodding along. Trying to work out how to do the road decals correctly at the minute. I've got it to this point so far. This is the road part here. But when you go into your visibility and use attributes, no, it wasn't. I had it somewhere. Where did I find it? I I don't know if I had to put it into put it into rigid body, right? And then you can put it into a preset of road. So even though it hugs the terrain, you can make it into a road as well. There's different avenues you can go down with it. But it makes no sense to me. And it's quite a pain in the backside to do. But I've made it so far down to this point. I'm going to work in sections. I can finish this bottom section of the map. Like phase 1. Well, say from here, that's phase 1. Then phase 2, then 3 and 4. And 5, 6, 7 sort of thing. Like it looks quite nice in game. Like you'd have a very big dairy farm here, an arable farm here, and then another big farm here, and your power station here. But instead of a power station here in between the trees, as you can see, I'm going to put that as a shop. I think that's going to be my way of doing this map, because there isn't a place for one here. And then obviously with bring the size down, massive. I want to obviously put this down quite a bit. I got it to replace, and I don't want to replace. And that seems unrealistic. We'll go subtract and just like put the bottom of the river down a bit, because rivers you can't drive through generally. And it'll make it easier in the end to put the water down. You could obviously smooth it if you wanted to. Not going to do that. And then you can smooth these bits out. That'll probably be a better idea. Even if it's not completely down to the bottom, but that'll be something I'll do going forward. Honestly, I've never used Substance Painter. I probably should, because I've managed to get them to alpha blend at the minute. So where they used to be hard cut straight lines, just follows the texture, and then you can blend in with the dirty grass instead of like this sun. It looks more natural. Yeah, that would be something I need to go down and actually have a look at and do. Right, I've done all these. Keep going with these then. Keep on going. Like Dory, just keep on swimming. Just keep swimming. Right. Probably a bit weird listening to him just saying right all the time. It's my thought process. Right. What have I done? No, the last two I need to delete. I've done this wrong. And again. Right. Pain in the backside. Nothing new there. Probably find it weird. Biting my tongue. Trying to think like I'm good at what I'm doing. And I'm just as new as everyone else. Hedges are also the more painful thing to do. Because I'll go into Blender in a second now. I need to make some barbed wire fences at some point to connect it up rather than hedges everywhere. Because they're not all hedges. Some of them are just things. The spline's the same height as the terrain. Yes. Generally, they do the same thing as what they used to do in every other farm sim. I'll let it save first, just so I don't lose anything. Which I probably will now because it's not responding. No? Okay. So, we'll use I use a field of view as an example of what you mean in like a by using the set terrain height by Spline, I think is what you're referring to, which we make a spline and then I'll control B to bring it here. So by clicking the last one, you can press control B and say drag it over here. Start one, control B, zoom out and say put it over here. And then you can have this one over here somewhere. But in the whole process of it, you want to drop this down and have that as your road instead. You can. So this is our road. We'll go into our scripts, map, terrain, set terrain by spline. You can change this to be whatever you want. That's 4 meters and then a 20-meter radius around it, then it'll be smooth to match it in. I'll just press generate. I don't know if it works as well in Farming Simulator 25's G10, as I haven't tried it because it's worked alright for me so far. I don't know if the Vulkan render is a bit harder to get used to. Well, that's my take on it anyway. It is not liking me tonight, and I don't know why. I did try this yesterday, and it didn't go to plan. But you can do it this way, and it used to be able to do it more so in previous versions. If wait a second. Yes, editor 9. Which one's which? This is the problem now. No, you're 8.2. Let's go to the mods. Let's load up this one. Because this is an old 9.61. This is what you'd have for FS22, which I should be able to actually show you. As long as it loads now. It might not. I haven't loaded this in a long time. Yeah, here you go. So, this is the 8-kilometer map I will be bringing over to the new one. It's already got its water planes in. We've already got the road layout, the 4x4 map, and yeah, it's utilizing Houdini. This is what Ola helped me with. This is what you can do with Houdini then, compared to Blender. But say for instance, I know it'll work here. Let's make a spline here. And we'll just make a random one to come here, and then we'll just up and around, say, select this one as well, and then we'll put this one over here, press insert, and then drag it down. We've got like a nice S bend there. You need to click it, go to scripts, terrain, set terrain height by spline, 4120, and generate. And what I had before is done already. And you can just see it flattens it exactly how you want it. Within reason, obviously it's a bigger map, so it's not entirely working properly. But nothing you can't fix out with a little bit of smoothing for the new one. As you can see over here. But that's like a simple way to do that. I don't know. I think this would be a nice map to bring over, but people will have to let me know. Because this is like a big area. This is like a 2 kilometer valley. But, right, we'll go back into the other one. We don't need to save this. No, back in the next one. We'll load this back up. Hello, Dave. How are you? It is very early morning. It is 1:13 in the morning. How are you? Doing a bit of mapping. It's stupid o'clock in the morning. So, don't know if that's an old roadway, you know. What would you say? Not too sure. It might just be like an old little footpath. Oh, you're the same as me then. Too much caffeine. You can't stop then. You get addicted to this sort of stuff. To be honest, I haven't really had much time to do any of it. This is a side road. Or it's like a little ditch. The only other thing I can think of. But then, do I split it like this and have it possibly as a lane? So if someone's brave enough, they can fly through it. Yeah, why not? Why not? Give people a challenge. I could probably do this a nicer way, but I haven't got time to go through trying to code something. Taking your time and enjoying it. Obviously, these are from older games. I've got permission to use. Not a problem. I'm glad that they're helping people. Because I'm not usually the brightest toolbox, the brightest tool in the toolbox per se. But in any way, shape or form, I can help. I'm happy to. Even if in some cases I am wrong and people can just gain some knowledge from it and fix it with something else, or let me know what I've done wrong. Yeah. Weird, isn't it? Trying to get this to work properly. Because obviously it looks weird at the minute without the correct foliage underneath. We'll get there eventually. Slowly but surely. We've got this to come up, take it all the way back down there, and this one to join up here, and across the bottom here. That's my current plan. Wonder, can I just... Oh no. Yeah. This is what I hate about these when they split open. Then you select the wrong thing. The new, I don't know if you're still here, Dave, but say you've got a pile of hedges you want to move in one go now, you can select a lot of them, and deselect that, like over here, and then you just move them up and down in one. Like if you selected them both like this, and whatever, you can move them in one. That makes it a lot nicer and easier. Welcome along, Yate. Thank you for joining me. Don't know why. It's a little Welshman. Right, let's just you. So when you're making a real life map, it's quite easy to by doing the way we've done it here. Just follow what's there. There's not really much modelling you have to do then per se with the landscape because QGIS and QGIS and GIMP they managed to sort everything out for you before needing to because they're all in like a 1 meter resolution compared to the SRTM data, which is your data elevation mapping, which is in 30 meter. Oh, they do need to, honestly. Instead of us trying to work everything out, I know there's something you can do with the road, which is a vertex painter, shader, something, and that makes no sense to me whatsoever. And if you're making a real life map, Dave, you can just have this as a decal now on the terrain, and it'll show you exactly what it is, rather than just a flat plane, which makes everything miles easier. You don't have to keep looking, like going here, and you have to be like, oh, what do I need to pay here? Oh, it's that. Right, that makes sense. But it saves the hassle of doing silly stuff, wasting time really. Toggle it on, toggle it off, done and dusted. Probably go and make a brew in a second. Do that. So we've got another track up here, which will be a track. This is the problem I find when making maps. You're trying to work out what's on a private lane. Right. Let's go to Google Earth Pro, your best friend. 100%. Snow dusting, the weather, and some other bits and bobs as well. I don't know. It's like for the sides to merge in properly or something. So this is where I'm working at the minute. We need to go down here. I need to find out what is opposite. So I think it's down the right hand side here. So from what I can look at, there is a gate there. There's a completely green lane. So that's what we can do. And that's the mountain, by the way. And the other surrounding bits that I need to do. Yeah, but this is the entranceway there. You can obviously see then the left hand side of it is all a barbed wire fence. So looking in here then, here, hedges are not going on this bit at all. They are on this bottom one. That's what we need to concentrate on. This is what I like using to jump back and forth through and work out. So, across we come. Okay, nice and tidy. Not that I think you're actually going to use this much bar than a footpath, because it doesn't look the nicest, I will be honest. It's horrendous if you wanted to try and get a fenter or something down through it. Again, this is where you have to go back and change everything with decals and edges. And I think this is the side of mapping and all that people don't see, and how long it will take, which I'll try and do here. I'll try and keep it going as long as I can. with the whole progress, so you can see what I go through to make one. I think some people think it's just a click of a button and it's done. Like you got Lancey Boy, you got you Dusty, you've got Ola with some of the new stuff he's doing. You've got Red Dog modding. It is unbelievable what maps are doing, especially Oxygen David. He's been doing it for years. When I first started, name was Davia. I'm trying to be careful not to go too low this side because this is the middle of the hedge. I want to be high enough, like you can still see over, then not, so you can be fine from the other way. Obviously, this is what you'd see, and the sea is just below us there, and you'd have like another bit there, and then there's the mountain. You could have seen from this angle. Yeah. Obviously, I think the camera's a bit taller here. It's like sat here. That's what you're saying. I haven't seen any of the photos, Dave, because I don't have Facebook. I haven't seen any. So if you want to link them, then I'd happily take a look. I wonder if it'll do just as well as what it did in 22, or would it not? Because it's only been converted over, not like a brand new map. I know we've got Whitcomb to look forward to. This would be a very interesting road. I think you could probably use it from there until this entrance to this field if you wanted to, but anything underneath it I think would be a bit of a problem. Ooh, there is an entranceway here, say. I don't know, it might be like an interesting way to get into the field, or for a field that you wouldn't really want to use. I think would be probably the best way of putting it. But the joys of realistic maps in it. Either use the right equipment for the job, or you pay the price per getting stuck. So try putting like grass and all underneath here to make it a bit more realistic on the sides. Let's drop these in. It's starting to raise out the ground. We don't want it to raise out the ground. In the ground. That's an entrance right now. And then obviously the one before we can tinker with it. Done. It's quite steep as well. As you can see over there. But then this is what we do. Probably stay on for a bit more and then shoot off to bed, I think. Try and make the most of this when I can. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how things are done and how they're improved upon. Oh. The only thing is, they do take a time to save. Like, I don't know why it takes so long. There's not that much on you. FS22 didn't take this long to save at all. So it says in 2000 milliseconds, right? For 2 seconds, but that was a lot more than 2 seconds. I don't understand it. Then you have loads of, yeah, don't know. Need to fix some of them. Yeah. So I think there's a split in the field here, but I'm not entirely sure. But we can check. Yeah. So what we've just done from there to here, this is now like little trees and bushes. So we can just have this over 1, and then I am just going to go into Finalizing, go on grass, bring that down. I'm just going to remove it back a bit so I can see where to put the correct hedge line. Probably in a different way, but this will be the closest that I can get it to being as realistic. It's under trees. Let's drop it down here. Quite steep in some places, yeah, I'm not going to lie. To make it interesting. Yeah, that'll be a hell of a view from up here. This forest all here and all. The river down the bottom and all, it'll look quite nice, I think. Good potential. Be interesting to look back in like a couple of months' time to see what the progress has been from doing these, and from different tricks you learn like along the time as well. Change all these to twist and face us, and then I'm going to put this one. But there. So back on here, grass harvest ready. You can just paint this in just to make it easier. So I know there's a gateway in here. There's a gateway here too. That's something we can come back to do at a later date because it's a bit higher than where I want to go to at the minute. But let's finish this bit off. So when I finish this bottom bit first today, that was my plan of action. I would go on for longer, but I don't get time. So one day for this, another for this. So I wonder what other maps you guys are making or have played or wanting to have on in FS25. I think I know Dusty's happy just to get back going again. I can't wait to actually see one of his maps coming back. Bessie Bernice was one that you had coming out in 17, I'm pretty sure. Well, that's when it was one of the ones first mentioned. Right. Now we've got this interesting piece, which comes down just after there. Nope. It's another entranceway. This is what I find interesting with working out from DMs and height maps. You can see exactly what you're looking at. So, yeah, I've got a flat bit here. That is just to a field itself, which is this one. But we know that we can just drag this down, see out it a bit. Then here, twist it nice and gently, push it back, and we've got a nice entranceway. Then you've also got your other entranceway here. Then they can go into this field, and then these fields, and these two, yeah. Ooh, right. Bessie Beneath will look really nice in the new engine. I want to bring over Ferndale, but I think it'll be too much of a hassle to like try and convert the buildings over and what have you. I can't really be bothered to do it. I'd rather just start fresh and have a nice clean go at doing it. I'm gonna add trees in here because that's what, or big bushes. Yeah, it might be big bushes actually. That might probably be a better idea. I can twist these and to follow what we've got here, but because we've got the hedge line there, you can just drop it off as the grass then will build it up on the other side. The same then if we bring this one down to here, move it back, we can make it look nice, which is what we want to do. Okay, and just to blend it in, just keep going until it disappears, because you're not going to see it anyway. So that when you come out of here, you can have bush here, so it'll be a bit harder to look through. And obviously this way then, big bushes here, and then over to a field, and then the same carries on the other side then. I think that's exactly how we've done it, yeah. This one doesn't actually need to be that far forward, thinking about it. Then we can follow it over, then back, and then on we go again. I've messed up here at some point. I have gotten rid of 90% of what I've painted. Ah well, that'll be something for me to fix at a later day, I think is when I sorted that out. But that's fine. What are we looking at time-wise here now? Do another bit more. Yeah, so this one here, what do I ever set at? Go through and paint. This is what I did last time. Right, yeah. So this is what I spent ages painting in the last stream. I've messed it up because I tried showing something. Oh well. Just paint it back in and make it nice and easy again. I think whatever you paint on the floor now is what will actually be in as the map. So you could mark your field out and then I think it still stays the same. But I might be wrong. I could be very horribly wrong with this. I haven't tried it. So I should probably take my time and actually try stuff first before saying stuff. But I suppose that's the best thing about me. I don't want to script it. I don't want it to look like it's pre-planned. I want it to be how I do it. This is what happens. Oh, I've made a mistake. Let's fix it. I don't want it to be the case of oh, I had a problem. It took me X amount of hours to fix, but you don't know that. Then I get frustrated. I don't want to do that. I think it's more genuine just to see the process I'd go through fixing it. So if you guys ever hit a problem, that you can sort of self-diagnose or troubleshoot and fix it as you go. I think this is what we're going to do now. For these. Because I don't know do. Right. Obviously, you don't need to smooth these fields out when they're like this. They are bumpy, but that's what they're supposed to be. They're bumpy for a reason. Because no field is ever soft. What did I set that one to? Ploughed. Go back up. Instead of messing it right up royally. Don't think I actually lost that much on that field, in all honesty. We can touch up on these bits that I missed last time. This is the tree. Yeah, this one needs to be fixed as well. trying to remember what height you do everything to as well. Not just how you that you painted them, but what have you painted them with and what to sort of thing. Okay. I'll probably try and find some music for the next one. I did have music in the last one, but that it was no copyright, and I had a copyright and I can't get it off, which is fantastic. Okay. I think this one I put as grass as well, so I'll put these back to what they're supposed to be. Just so I don't have to start again with it. It'll bug me if I don't do it. Oh. You. Not leaving it like this, alright. I don't like it. Not that much. Right. One field done. More to do again. Right, this one's going to be an interesting one because I've done this one, but it follows where the river goes. So I don't want it to go down too low because it'll hit into the dip of where the river goes and then right pain. This is also a field, but I'm not going to paint it into one. This one is though. I may do eventually actually. Let's do this one for now. And then probably call it quits for the night. Let's double check. We put that on the right side. Yes, we have. We have indeed. The shadow puts me off a bit. As long as we try and keep the same distance from it like so, we'll be fine. Okay. Like, we've got this now as it is. I'll save it. And then if I go to the desktop and I will copy the file, we'll go into our mods folder, get rid of the old one, put the new one in, and then we'll start up. Farm it to me later. Just so we can see what it looks like in game quickly. So obviously I've got this set up now, the videos don't show. This I will have on, but it will go very loud. Might not be able to hear me, you know. Might be alright actually. So let's start. Got everything selected. Let's hop in. Obviously this is what I've done from the Ferndale in the background there, but that's fine. It'll get changed sooner rather than later. I do like the intro music, even though it does get annoying after a while. Have a little dance. That probably takes up a lot of resources, mind. Playing the same thing over and over again. Okay. So, we're in the map. I'm just going to buy a tractor just to drive around in quick. And we'll do a design line because... And buy it. And let's go. So, I've obviously got it set up to be where I want it to be. But this is what it looks like in-game then. From height. This is obviously a grass field, as you can see. It has bumps, but it's realistic. This is what it would be like if you're actually driving the field, which is what I want. And then obviously, ground deformation on the grass as well looks really nice. And the fog. So it looks really, really good. So obviously once I add everything on, it'll look a lot nicer. We will head down here quick. We can have a look and see what we need to have. Obviously I don't think there's another way out. I think I do need to go back this way to come out of here, to be honest. Yeah. We'll go back. And then you got the field entrance here, look. There's this true to scale. Will happily easily fit a car, tractor, lorry in through. This is also a one-lane track then. We've got the 7 to 8 Vario. And then you've obviously got the junctions video I done. This is where I had the junction. I didn't like it, so I've redone it. But then we come onto the main road by here then. So you'd cross over and out. You have a lay-by on the left-hand side. Then we'll just keep on driving down then. The road narrows here as well, so it'll be interesting with the traffic to get past and get by. Obviously, I can smooth this after for the road, as we'd need to. Same here, you have a house on your left-hand side there. An entranceway on the right with the real field ruts then a roadway down to a house. And then we're up to it. We finished off then. So, by here, now we're on the road. And straight away as you come onto the road, because we've put that down as it's a road, the tyre deformation stop, which is exactly what we want to happen. And then obviously you have your ruts then going into the field, as we've seen in Google Earth here. This is the section we're currently on, for those following along. So, this is your field, obviously a really nice angle for it to be working on. I've tried altering the fog just so it's quite nice and humid down in the dip there. So this is true to scale, road width and everything. You got your sideways in there to a shed. There's a big lateway on the left hand side here. So obviously I can flatten this out a bit to make it a bit smoother, but the camber follows identically to what it should be. Oh, right. This is where I've gone wrong with the road decal. Let's just drive around here. I know exactly what I've done there because I haven't put the you got editor, yeah. When it loads, because for some reason it's frozen. When you're on the road here, where is it? This one. Because I've set it up in the air. As soon as you hit it, it goes wrong. We can drag it down then so it's underneath every point, and then go from there. But I'll try and get around it here now. Okay, it obviously doesn't like being edited and going through, but then that's how that bit works. It'll come out of the game there. So, yeah, so we'll pull that off. I think I've done something wrong here. Probably shouldn't have actually delayed it as a road. Again, this is what I need to have a look through and test everything out. Because obviously, the river you can see there, that'd be one thing to add in. Obviously, when you come up here, you can go straight in. You can also layer decals if anyone's interested. it is there. So like say to finish off here now, because we haven't got asphalt underneath here, that big. If we had just grass underneath, it would show up, but there's not much you can really change with it, to be honest. So if we go grass here, harvest ready, we can just add in our verges just to make it look nicer. As so, you can finish it off and make it a lot nicer as you go along, but it can just take time sometimes, and that's what makes make it a bit tedious, in my opinion. I'll finish this bit here. I'll work it back where we started from. Then we'd have a nice little cutaway area. But we've done it. So obviously, let's do that. We can come back in here, take a bit of it away. Nice and sorted. Obviously, I'll bring it down a bit further forward here as well. I can't go too far because there is a lay-by starting, and I don't know where it starts. And there is a road here that goes off as well. We'll leave it there. And obviously then, when I come up here, by the shop, which is here, this is one of the fields which you've just seen then looks quite phenomenal game. So I'm going to leave it as that for tonight, just so I don't wear myself out too much. Yeah, making progress slowly. If you want to like sort of get to the same place as I am, I've got videos on the channel of road decals, the basics to making your own map, and an in-depth guide on doing DMs, and the basic layout of junctions as well through Blender. Yeah, I'll try and get some more out in the next few days, and keep going on with the video live stream, yeah. And we'll go from there. I'd love to see your progress. You join the Discord. Yeah, I've been Rod to Mod. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.